My name is Dr. Lawbaugh, and if you're here, chances are that you're dealing with foot pain that quite possibly could be plantar fasciitis. Chances are also you've already tried multiple different treatments and none have given you the relief you're looking for. Maybe you've had shots or been given expensive custom foot orthotics, or perhaps you've been told there's really nothing you can do for your foot pain because foot pain is just too hard to treat. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not. That foot pain is not that difficult to treat, and great results are a very real and attainable possibility when treated properly. Now, why can I say this when everything you've heard and tried is telling you the opposite? Because I belong to a group of doctors that have chosen to focus on treating one of the most difficult conditions there is to treat. It's called peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy is a debilitating condition that typically manifests with painful burning and numbness in the feet. It's miserable. Peripheral neuropathy will develop commonly in diabetics and also about 50% of those that have had chemotherapy as a cancer treatment. Ask any medical doctor, what can you do for peripheral neuropathy? And they will tell you that there's literally nothing you can do. It will just get worse with time. They will literally tell you it's untreatable. To the contrary, there's a U.S. and really international organization of doctors that have developed a protocol to get effective results in 90+% cases of peripheral neuropathy using primarily class 4 medical laser technology. But guess what happened as we were focusing on treating the peripheral neuropathy in patients' feet? The debilitating and, according to the medical doctors, impossible to treat condition. In addition to the peripheral neuropathy cases getting better, the foot pain and plantar fasciitis cases got better too. So, what is plantar fasciitis? Let me explain briefly. The plantar fascia is a thin layer of tissue right below the layer of skin on the bottom of your foot. Think of it kind of like a layer of saran wrap. You know that thin plastic that you use when you're putting leftovers in the refrigerator? The plantar fascia is thin just like that and covers the bottom of your foot, below the surface of your skin. The plantar fascia really is the last line of support for your foot, the last layer of tissue that holds everything together, and it produces pain that is commonly felt near your heel and into the medial arch of your foot. Let me explain further. Because as damage to the plantar fascia can produce pain, this is not really the underlying problem. There's a deeper and more complex set of issues that needs to be addressed. The structure of your foot is formed by the alignment of 28 individual bones, and when these bones are in alignment, they create 3 arches that support your foot and cushion the impacts of walking, running, and jumping. I know you thought there was only one arch, the medial arch, but there's actually 3 arches. The medial, the transverse across the front, and the lateral arch here on the outside of the foot. Now these arches all work together to mitigate and evenly distribute physical stresses that we put on our feet, kind of like shock absorbers. Well, we've found that in approximately 80% of our plantar fasciitis cases, the real underlying problem is weakness of the muscles of the foot. And as the muscles of the foot become weak, the bones can lose their alignment. It causes the arches to lose their ability to absorb physical stresses. So guess where all that unabsorbed physical stress eventually ends up? Well, it falls on the last line of defense in your foot, the plantar fascia. And it can only take so much. It gets stretched, it gets pulled, and eventually explodes with pain. The plantar fascia then goes through the process of being injured and healing somewhat, only to be re-injured again the next time you walk, run, or jump. It's not a big mystery. To ultimately fix the underlying problem, you must fix the mechanical problems that are putting pressure on the plantar fascia in the first place, while simultaneously using the latest in class 4 medical laser technology to stimulate complete healing of the damaged plantar fascia. And here's how we do this. The first thing we do is we utilize gentle and painless chiropractic adjusting techniques specifically designed to realign the bones of the foot for optimal mechanical function. Then we use a special sport taping technique called kinesio tape to support the alignment and arches of the foot. Step 3 is to then apply class 4 medical laser to the painful and damaged plantar fascia to stimulate blood flow and complete healing. Now we must strengthen the weak muscles, and to do this, we utilize a proprietary piece of exercise equipment called the Foot Power, the only device on the market specifically designed to strengthen muscles of your foot, giving lasting relief to your plantar fasciitis pain. Now, you may have been told that you need expensive $500 to $800 custom orthotics for your foot pain, and many of you already have these orthotics, but guess what? You still have pain. While on rare occasions we do utilize custom orthotics, 90 to 95% of our cases do not need custom orthotics. we more frequently recommend some $20 to $30 inserts that support the arches of your feet. Finally, we back all of this up with an effective self-care home action plan to give you the information and exercises that you need to do at home to retain your progress for long-lasting results. Now you have strong and pain-free feet. Now, every case is different, and you may have a mild, moderate, or severe case depending upon whether you have complicating situations like bunions, if you're overweight, or pre-existing traumas or surgeries. All of these things are taken into consideration as we are performing your initial evaluation. But in relatively short order, I will be able to give you an assessment and recommendations on how we can get your feet better and get you back to the activities that you enjoy.